3 is the target that we're looking at for Multan Sultans. I've got Martin Guptill next to me. Kapi, each PSL is all about finding and unearthing new talent, and we've seen plenty at display, especially the spinners. When you look at them, some of them have been so impressive. Who has been the most impressive for you?
Yeah, I think in terms of spinning options, it's the left-hand wrist spinner of Faisal Akram. I mean, he has been fantastic. He's been brilliant. 4 for 31 today. Case in point, I mean, he bowled with great flight. He had great, when he used his variations, it was at the right time. And I think having Ashton Turner as a captain, giving him that confidence behind him, bringing slip into play when a new batter comes in, absolutely brilliant. That's what you want from a captain, to back your young players, to make sure that they get in the opportunities that they deserve and the opportunities that they get. You know, they're taking them with both hands.
How important is it then to sort of be varying your pace and, giving it a bit of flight? Because we saw that from Faisal Akram. He seems to have incorporated that in his bowling really well.
It's integral. I mean, on a wicket like this, where it has been used for a couple of games beforehand, it starts to get a little bit slower, a little bit lower, and spin comes into play. So to be able to spin it both ways on a good length, is crucial. And he brings in both edges, right hand and left hand. So that wrist spinning option is always pretty key in T20 cricket.
Let's talk about Arafat Minhas, because he's been the other spinner who's been really impressive. In fact, he's just been impressive as an all-rounder when you talk about his all-round skills. But just with his spin bowling, I mean, if you were to compare him with Faisal, what makes him slightly different?
Well, he's always attacking the stumps from around the wicket to a right-hand batter, and that is difficult. He got the ball to skid low today for a couple of LBWs. He utilised that extremely well, and he slowed his pace up, went through quicker at times when he needed to as well, and he just never gave up any width, which on a wicket like this, where your team's struggling, if you give up width, you can actually get hurt quite badly. So, he targeted the stumps, and that was his game plan, and it worked really well for him today.
And he can bat really well as well, because I was speaking to him, I remember a couple of games ago, and he was like, I don't like to be considered a bowling or a batting all-rounder. I'm a proper all-rounder who can bowl 4 overs and really finish the games well. So that's just so important, isn't it, to have a complete game?
Oh, absolutely. When you have a bad day with whether it be the bat or the ball, you have another opportunity to be able to impact the game. And he's got another opportunity today to have an impact if he's needed with the bat. Speaking
of Arafat Minhas, it's a very talented family that we've got, because his brother is on the other side and he's just been batting superbly. I'm talking about Samir Minhas.
Yeah, and this is a matchup that I'm really looking forward to watching once it happens. The Sultans, when they play against Islamabad United, big brother, he'll want to be bowling at little brother, and little brother will want to take him down. So it's one that I'm really looking forward to watching. But Samir has been fantastic with the bat. He's played with such poise for such a young man. He's playing beyond his years at the moment, and it's really exciting to see for Pakistan cricket that he's standing up against all these international players, against all the old heads that are here. He has been so impressive, and I want to see him do really, really well. Also
his technique, you've got to talk about that, because often we see a lot of power hitters, but when you look at Samir, he just seems so sorted as a batsman.
Absolutely. He's not the biggest character, is he? He's quite slight, quite small, and he just plays his game. He doesn't worry about trying to hit the big sixes. He just hits gaps, he hits over the top and gets the boundaries in the first 6 overs, and then he has the power to be able to clear the boundary when he needs to. But he is a very sorted player, and he's one to watch in the future for Pakistan. Shamil
Hussain, another name who's been impressive, another guy who's been coming through the ranks in Pakistan cricket. I mean, what have you liked about him as a batter?
His approach. He's just so content in what he wants to do. He commits 100% when he's trying to hit a 6, and when he's not, he's got the game plan and the game to actually bail out and rotate the strike. But his striking has been really, really good so far in this tournament. People have spoken about, his head falling up to the offside, but what he does well, he's so still when he's trying to hit the ball. That doesn't matter. He can clear the left hand, the leg side boundary. He can hit through the offside. He looks a really, really good player now.
And when you hear from him, he just seems so confident as a person as well. His post-match interviews, overall his play, he just seems very self-assured about his play. I mean, how important is that as a batter, having that kind of self-belief? We saw that from you as well when you used to bat out there.
Well, you have to back yourself. If you don't back yourself, you've already lost the battle in the middle. So it's really awesome to see that he's come a long way in doing that. I spent some time with him when I played for Quetta a few years ago. And for him to be now in the team opening the batting, I'd love to see him going out there and doing well.
quick thoughts then. 183 of 120. Who's winning?
If they can get a couple of early wickets, then they're well in the game, the RAWALPINDIZ.
All right. Wickets is what RAWALPINDIZ requires. They definitely need their bowlers to step up because it's just so important for them to get a win under their belt. 2 points is what they require. Haven't really seen a win so far from them, but we can expect them to lift themselves and really go for it. I hope you guys enjoyed this piece. Thank you so much, Guppy.
Thank you.
What they require is 183, the Multan Sultans, to remain at the #1 spot. A dynamic duo in Saibzada Farhan and Steve Smith, the most successful in terms of runs, the most successful in terms of the way they strike it and the rate at which they go. Half century in that previous game for Steve Smith, his first of the tournament. Saibzada Farhan, the one and only so far with 3 figures as an individual score in that mammoth chase against the Hyderabad Kingsmen of 225, and they chased that with 8 deliveries to spare. So if there is a batting lineup that has already broken records, it is this Multan Sultan dugout. Martin Guptill and Zainab Abbas speaking at the mid-innings chat, as what they require up front is wickets, and that is one facet of the game where the RAWALPINDIZ will hope to make amends. That is the equation in this final encounter in the first half of the HBL PSL from Lahore. Sultans require 183 from their set of 20 overs. God, full of firepower and full of energy next to me, Dominic Cork, just like the Multan Sultans batting unit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this duel between Asif Afridi and these two batters, Steve Smith, Saibzada Farhan. What do? Can they get a couple of wickets? Can they put them under pressure? Remember, they've batted second every single time, the Multan Sultans, and apart from once, which was a reduced game, they've won every single one. Can they get rid of this man early?
That is exactly what Mohammad Rizwan will be hoping for. Back into the side, Asif Afridi, after playing the first game of the RAWALPINDIZ, was hit for 37 in his 3 overs. Picked up 1 wicket. They dovetail quite fantastically, well do Saibzada Farhan and Steve Smith at the top of the order with plenty of runs to follow. All batters in that top 6 for Multan have been scoring. Okay, fair to say there's obviously been force changes in the likes of Zaman Khan, who's absolutely brilliant at that death with that low slingy arm action. Naseem Shah with the new ball, who's going to miss out a couple of weeks now. Hit away. That will be the first runs flow of the bat of Saibzada Farhan.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's a big turner of the ball, Asif Afridi. It's more arm balls in the power play. He's looking just to skid it on. And for a batter, it's exactly what you want. Look, it will just skid on a little bit. Stands up. He's a tall left arm spin bowler. Bisects the field. 4 fielders in the circle on the offside. There's a long off in place and a deep mid wicket. Can he gamble? He's bringing another man across now. There's going to be 5 fielders on the offside. They've got to gamble at some stage. The bowling side. How can they gamble?
Nearly gets it through. Get off strike, Saibzada Farhan. As a bowling unit now, obviously responsibility on the other bowling unit, especially led by Muhammad Amir in terms of experience. Asif Afridi also plenty of experience in first-class cricket. How does it change in terms of responsibility?
It doesn't matter how senior bowler is, you've got to do your job. You've got to look to try and get wickets in the power play or you're going to lose. It's simple because of the fact that of their depth and how they're batting. So what you've got to cause is you've got to cause not panic, you've got to take a couple of wickets, get them in a little bit earlier, get Steve Smith out in the first couple of overs.
Has that been put down? Well, I'm not quite sure. The bowler has absolutely no reaction. I don't think that did anything.
No, I just think it skids through. And that's the sort of bowler he is. He skids through. I don't know whether there was just a little tickle there.
Good start this from Asif Afridi. 7 for none. Mohammad Amir. We saw a little bit of swing earlier on when the Multan Sultans quicks were bowling. Mohammad Ismail got a hint of shape, Peter Siddle as well. And Mohammad Amir also pitched the ball up to see if there's anything on offer.
We'll go back to we were on at the start when we watched Mohammad Rizwan and Yasir Khan, and we watched how they came out, and they were a little bit tentative because of what we've been going through. Watch Steve Smith here now. He's checking to see whether his bat's okay. Bit of tape. Just watch his intent here, Steve Smith. He'll know that he's going to try and perhaps push across him. So is he going to go leg side? Is he going to run at him? Look at him.
And keep looking. Doesn't quite get it out of the middle, but the intent is there, and he's always looking to hit this straight through the line of the ball. A couple of bounces for 4.
Peter Siddle's length. Difference, they were just looking to defend. And watch this, he's not looking to defend. He's just looking to get his hands through the ball. He's looking to probably get that a little bit more towards extra cover. Just closes the face on a little bit, but he knows it. All he's got to do is get it over mid-off, mid-on. It'll run away.
And then turns it into the leg side. Chance taken! What a big wicket in the context of this. Amir strikes, Smith has to go.
Well, they needed that. It's a good catch. Really good catch. Low down. Abdullah Fazal with a catch. Obviously watch Martin Guptill's masterclass. Watch this, eyes level, good. Just. But a big wicket. Steve Smith may be slightly overconfident. It's the way he plays. Gone early, they needed him to go early. Gone for 5. Multan Sultans 12 for 1.
Josh Philippe will take strike. Nicely timed. And off the mark with a couple of runs. And he's out there because Abdullah Fazal has taken a spectacular catch in the deep.
Yeah, I think he's trying to go a little bit finer. Good field placing as well. Good catch. Even if you just get it in, even if it's just one-handed, it doesn't matter. One thing they have to do, though, now, Arouge, is keep going at them. Don't think just because we've got Smith out, all of a sudden it changes. It doesn't.
Beautiful. Width on offer. Too full and deserved the treatment.
Mohammad Amir knew straight away. Pick him up on stump, Mike. He's screaming at himself, knowing it's a beautiful half volley. All the batsman has to do is just use that pace and time it and get it through. Got to keep going at him. Get them 2 or 3 down in the power play. Put them under pressure. And here Rizwan shouting to Mohamed Amir, are you okay with this field? Are you okay?
Really nice. Change of pace, the one that just goes across, and a bit to say to Josh Philippe as well. 18 for 1. Okay, the point you make about constantly being at this Multan batting lineup, A, because they're all in form, B, they're bad deep. So they're going to keep coming hard. It is for the Rawalpindis to now react and stay positive. And try and follow up. Create those half chances and hold their catches. Well, a full chance for you. Get on that website, fanpulse.jazz.com.pk. It is a fan pulse question from Jazz, which are the following players who are the youngest to play in the PSL. Naseem Shah, Mohammad Hasnain, Ali Raza and Shaheen Shah Afridi. Get in there. Plenty of great prizes coming your way. I saw the last ball of the previous over. They just feel there's a little bit of a spring in their step here from the Rawalpindis.
What I like about Mohamed Amir is his ability to just create something. Even when the batter looks like he's going to hit you all the way, he's just trying something. And he's still kept with that length delivery. He wasn't bothered that he got hit back over his head. Maybe a bit of pace off and a good catch.
The one problem for concern for the Rawalpindis has been their wicket-taking ability in that power play. It is Pepsi ball for a course. Keep an eye out for 5.1, 5.2 rather. Maybe the number of runs scored on that particular delivery. Customized women cricket kits will be given out to all the girls around by Pepsi. It's a great initiative there.
What is great at the moment is this little play here. Is what is happening here is the game right now, here and now. Because if they don't get wickets, the game will go. They've got to work hard on these two players, because if not, they're going to hurt you like that. Boundary to finish, 24 for 1.
.24 for 1. Multan Sultans having lost Steve Smith early.
Well, he's been taken out of the attack, but what I like is a senior player who's up for the fight. And whether people like that or not, just letting him know he's in a fight. And I have got no problem with it. As long as he doesn't cross any lines, doesn't say anything, I'm after your wicket today, and I'm coming for you. I'm the senior player, and I'm going to lead from the front.
I like the response from Josh Philippe as well. Didn't shy away, kept staring back, nodded a few times. Go on, say what you want. So it's fine. Like you say, Dom, a little bit of argy-bargy, as long as it doesn't cross the line. It just spurs the game on. Remember, Rawalpindi still looking for their first win. They need something to inspire them. Another wicket will help.
And yeah, and you've got every other bowler now, including the infield. I'm not sure if you're picking it up at home, but there's a definite buzz within the infield now. I can hear Rizwan shouting. I can hear them all saying, come on, let's get this guy out now. Get number 4 in and number 5 in.
It should be 4. Touch too wide with the pace on. Philippe dispatches Amir.
Pace on the ball and just a little bit of width that he's able then to cut away. It's not easy. These wickets aren't easy to bowl on. I completely understand. But as a bowler, you've got to try and flip it. You've got to flip it to think, well, what can I do? 1, to take a wicket. That's the positive way. And 2, to stop a boundary.
Catches the call. Just feel it. It's off the thigh there. Exactly what Mohammad Rizwan has told his group as well. Or just in the fact that you talk about things that a bowler can do. Right then, it's time for Saka. Power run. Fully charged. Come on! Like a fresh battery. Wow. I know some of us who can outrun him. Come on. Still get a prize. Yeah, not bowled there for start. More consistent.
Well, I'm just thinking, obviously Mohammad Rizwan made the decision. Why not go another over with Mohammad Amir when you get the wicket of Steve Smith? Go with your senior player, your senior bowler, and say, okay, go again. I've still got 2 up my sleeve with you as well. You get one of these 2 out, and you just never know. It just puts them under pressure.
Seven from the 4th, Multan 35 for 1.
Smith has a good thing for Rawalpindis. I think the hard work of Sam Billings to get them to a fighting total, something that they can work with. Will require wickets, early ones. Just above, just over that fielder cover.
Superb shot, this one. Got the length he was after. Just gave himself a touch of room to lift it over. Didn't try and hit it too hard. Place the ball beautifully. Another boundary to the total.
He'll have a role to play a little later on. The overseas pro from Bangladesh. They need wickets. The bowling department has been straight and just close to that rope. One bounce. He's so good with that shot. 6 hitting ability. Martin. Amazing.
He's a very good player, isn't he? But he got the length he was after. Cleared that front leg and hit through the line. Not quite all the way, but boundaries plenty at the moment for the Multan Sultans.
From in front of the stumps this time, finding the fielder. He's got a good record against spin. 196 strike rate, 106 average. Saibzada Farhan is having a wonderful season. Earlier on, Martin Guptill having a little chat with him. Tell us more about that. Oh, that's the last ball, so we'll come back to that. He'll keep strike. It's 45 for 1.
Six, sting strike, 2 in a row in this over. And that forces a change in the field. Well, he was watching the catching master class before the game, wasn't he?
Don't know what he's going to do with the change of field, because the ball has been landing outside every time. Sting strike, and sure it was. Well, he put in some good words then at the start of the game. Wow, he just really does take the game away. They've got to take his wicket if they want to stay in the match. Rawalpindiz.
Searching for a little bit of something. He came to me with something with his grip. He wanted to your natural ability take over, and so far, so good.
He's got so many of those. I mean, during the World Cup also in that I mean, he just has clean hits against faster bowlers. We just saw his record. I mean, he's even more lethal against spin. But that ball striking in just very strong, and he's been piling runs on, and even in the domestic circuit last year, 500s to his name. And what you like about him is it's not just about power hitting. He's hungry for runs. He doesn't stop at 50s or 60s. Goes for those 3 digits and plays right till the end, takes the game away from the opposition. That's been the way from Multan Sultans, the way they bat in that power play. They take the game away to a certain extent from the opposition. Then it's always catching up. They did that against the side yesterday, which was quite a gladiators.
what you want to be able to hit to rather than letting the bowler bowl at their own field. It's all mind games with the bat and ball.
You probably feel he's missed out on a boundary here. 7 gone, 50 partnership, 62 for 1. Straight. What a shot through the line. Absolutely vertical bat, and it's just made it look so good.
Just an extension of a punch drive, this one from Josh Philippe. Didn't have to go looking for anything, just reacted to what was there. And that is perfectly played over mid-off. Great start to this over. Bowler under pressure straight away.
Yeah, you look at the equation, 116 now of 76. Just need that one good spell from somebody to take this deep and make a game of it. Like and follow Soccer Battery's Facebook or Instagram page and answer a simple question and win exciting prizes with the backup competition or Soccer Edition.
One thing that Farhan is so good at too is when he hits a single, he looks to still hit it hard. And you have a look at here, it is 2 maximums. Apex at 24 metres, and that one 82 metres. Slower ball from a Muhammad Amir next ball, and he just swats that away. Such a powerful man.
And again, similar shot. No chance for mid-off there. It's Philippe now, he gets amongst runs.
Yeah, they're really putting their foot down now, aren't they? The MULTAN Sultans. This is one thing they've done throughout the tournament, is put pressure on bowlers right from the get-go. And that's another fantastic shot. Down the ground, inside mid-off, and Billings had no chance.
Oh, my word, what a shot. It probably asked to drag the length a little bit, and the batter was ready, standing tall.
Short in stature is Josh Philippe. We've seen him in the Big Bash in Australia, playing the pull shot at will. And after being hit back down the ground twice, drops his length back, and he's just sitting back, rock back, and deposit that over square leg for another Jazz 5G Super 6. That asking rate coming down very, very quickly. 8.6 now. It's one thing that MULTAN have done throughout this tournament, has been able to get up with the run rate quickly, early, and they've just had to coast the rest of the innings, and that's why they have won so many games chasing and won convincingly.
That's a good delivery to finish the over. It's 8 gone, 78 for 1.
Darryl Mitchell. First over for him. This is where he's really struggled so far in the HBL PSL. It's from a bowling, been able to penetrate the opposition and pick up wickets along the way. Partnership is 66 off 40. Well, the Hanif Mohammed cap for the highest run getter and the Fazal Mahmood cap for the leading wicket taker will have their homes powered by Inverex Solar Energy. And despite the fact that Steve Smith has departed in the power play just the second time so far in this tournament, the MULTAN Sultans, they just have batters coming in and they're able to build partnerships. Josh Philippe scored a half century the first game's been quiet the last few, but all of a sudden he's 39 off 22.
Yeah, when you talk about RAWALPINDIZ, they have a very thin bowling attack, not penetrative at all. And they were relying on Mohammad Amir, but he's been off the boil in this HBL PSL. Lots were expected of him. He hasn't been able to deliver. He has tried so many things, hasn't worked for him. And then the youngsters, they're not raising their game. In fact, it has been a struggle for the RAWALPINDIZ.
Nicely played with a vertical bat. Well, Amir. It's that time of night as well, where I think it's time for everyone to enjoy cricket with the Pakistan Tea Lounge. Nice chai. Well, this is the race to the Hanif Mohammed cap. Haran leading the way, 202 off the 5 matches, but Samir Minhas has been the find of this HBL PSL. 3 innings, 180 runs. Very impressive.
Yeah, he's very impressive. Not many aggressors, they are reliable batters. And consistency is missing. But when you talk about Sabzada Farhan, he's been ultra consistent. 2025 was the turnaround of his career. make a comeback into domestic cricket with a bang, and then never look back playing for Pakistan in international cricket.
Straight down the ground and straight back over the bowler all the way for 6.
You could tell when he's going to go after the bowlers. When he winds up, he closes his shoulder to be able to flat bat it. Have a look. Turn the shoulder, good contact, and it disappeared. Full stride in as well. Attention to detail.
Jazz 5, Super 6 as well. It's lightning fast. What has he got up his sleeve? He goes again. This one's even better. 50's up as well for him of just 27 deliveries.
Both these batters are matching the ambience, aren't they? Last taking on the bowlers in this over. Couple of 6s so far in this over from the bat of Farhan. What ball striking we have witnessed so far from Multan Sultan's batters.
Okay. If you just turned again to watch this, you were not replaying. This is back-to-back-to-back 6s.
Hat-trick of 6s, and that brought 100 on the board as well for the loss of 1 wicket. Turning out to be a big over. No respect for the wrist spinner, none whatsoever. KFC score a scholarship every time a 6 is hit. Scholarships are given to the deserving students.
Well, just this inning, 6 scholarships have been given, and now it's time to find the ball or potentially have a new ball out. But just amazing how many runs this man is churning. And look at the C20s. And I know we've spoken about it already, but I love how he came up to Martin Guptill. And just absolutely motoring. Philippi joins in, and he goes all the way as well. So 4 6s in the over, 26 off it. It's 110 for 1, and it's time for the Tapal Danada strategic timeout. It's the end of the strategic timeout. A chance for the Rawalpindi side to get their coaches to come out, maybe just regroup slightly. What else can they do? Asif Afridi, none for 23 so far. Trying to cramp both the players up, no doubt.
It was very difficult for the leggy to keep Sahibzada Farhan quiet in that over. And then Philippe did not hold back. Went after the last delivery. In the air. Will clear everything. It's raining sixes here.
Second 50 for Josh Philippe in his first HBL PSL as well. He has the dancing shoes on for this stroke. All tossed up. Very quick. He's known to play spin exceptionally well. And even he has admitted that spin will start to get a bit more tired, and that's when he comes into his...
Yeah, when he came out, you could tell he came out with a purpose. He was looking for boundaries and did so consistently. No bowler was able to make any impression on him.
Yeah, still looking for a ball. Lost another one. This is a costly exercise, isn't it? Well, whilst they're looking for the ball, you want to head to Club Pepsi. What a lively atmosphere in Club Pepsi. Feel like going there and enjoying myself. Maybe after the commentary stint, otherwise I'd leave Amir here by himself.
How considerate of you, Lisa. Thank you.
Jeez, we love a bit of banter in the commentary box, don't we? It comes thick and fast. Got to have a thick skin in this game, whether on the field or off the field.
Correct. Now, talking about Asif Afridi, he has built himself a reputation of a T20 specialist. But in this edition of HBL PSL, he hasn't been able to make any impression on the batters. In fact, he has leaked runs. Scoring boundaries of his bowling has become much more easier.
Swept. Now into the deep. Yeah, I mean, he's not the lone soldier really in the Rawalpindi bowling unit. All of them are struggling. You have 30 minutes to answer the Jazz Fun Pulse question. Go to www.fanpulse.jazz.com.pq, answer the question, and win exciting prizes. Footwork again, was beaten in the air, but somehow finds the gap. And Billings does well. Just keeps it to 2. They may have a look at this. 12 runs, we think, off this over, but let's just double check.
Is okay. It
Mohamed Amir back into the attack because they're looking for a wicket and they'll get it. Great decision by Rizwan to bring in his strike bowler again.
He's tried so many slow deliveries, but this time around, the line was the right one. He was looking to hit the ball over extra cover, which he did quite efficiently before this one. Mistimed it, went straight to Billings, who made no mistake. But a good contribution from the bat of Philippe, 56 of 30, 122 for 2.
Shan Masood. He has been excellent so far. His strike rate this season has been most improved when you think of it, especially spin 193. But this is the reason why he's here.
Ball shorter delivery, slow ones, nothing worked. And finally, a wide delivery, a slow one worked for him.
Back of a length and all of
Daryl Mitchell to continue. 131 for 2 now, Multan Sultans. Right then, it's time for Hamare Heroes. Let's head down to the lovely Zainab Abbas.
I've got with me Sana Arif, who's one of the first few triathletes of Pakistan, female triathletes of Pakistan that we got. Sana, thank you so much for joining us. पहले तो ये बताएं कि ट्रेनिंग का आप बता रही थी कि आपकी कुवैत से ट्रेनिंग हुई थी, कहाँ से शुरुआत थी, अपनी सफ़र के बारे में बताएं।
तो जो मेरी ट्रेनिंग थी स्टार्ट ऐसे हुआ था कि मुझे स्विमिंग बिल्कुल नहीं आती थी 2021 तक 2021 में I started learning how to swim. My goal was always to be a triathlete and I came across people who are into this sport. I got inspired by them. I got inspired by my family because my family is full of athletes also in some way or the other. So इस तरह से मैंने ट्रेनिंग स्टार्ट की थी अपनी कुवैत में. I had a Kuwaiti coach, I had a British coach. They were very helpful. They knew what I wanted to do. So that's how it started. Like everyone helped me in doing this sport.
अच्छा, इन तीनों में से which one is the most challenging? You know, cycling की अलग डिमांड है, swimming की अलग डिमांड है, running की अलग डिमांड है.
So, like you said, हर स्पोर्ट्स की अलग challenges हैं. Swimming is basically I'm talking about the long distance triathlon and running since it's the lat आप already थक गए होते हैं. So running के अलग challenges हैं क्योंकि it's high impact. So हर एक के अलग challenges हैं, but I think the scariest one is swimming.
उसमें obviously काफ़ी मतलब आपकी fitness, stamina वगैरह, तो इसको बरकरार रखने के लिए to maintain your fitness वगैरह, how do you maintain yourself? Is it about training in the gym or are there specific drills that you do?
तो इसके लिए एक proper training plan होता है, like every sport or every competition. इसके लिए आउटडोर ट्रेनिंग भी होती है, इसके लिए इंडोर ट्रेनिंग भी होती है. इसके लिए सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट इज न्यूट्रिशन, जो कि लोगों को अक्सर इग्नोर कर देते हैं क्योंकि दे थिंक कि जो भी मर्जी खा पी लेंगे, रेस ट्रेनिंग तो हो ही जाएगी. तो इसके लिए एक प्रॉपर स्केड्यूल बनाना पड़ता है. मेंटली यू हैव टू बी वेरी स्ट्रांग टू बी एबल टू डू दिस ट्रेनिंग.
What are the competitions that are coming up, tournaments wise वगैरह, क्या आगे आ रहा है which you're really looking forward to?
अभी तक तो I'm still in the process of training. I have a few races planned in the future, inshallah, this year and next year. So as and when I am ready for it, I'll go for it.
All right. Thank you so much, Sana. You're a pioneer in the field and all the best
Thank you so much.
for your remaining ventures.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zainab. Great initiative by the HBL PSL celebrating unsung heroes across various sports and professions. 47 of 44 now. But Martin Guptill alongside. Guppy, what is it that you said? And in a conversation to Saibzada Farhan in terms of his aura or his confidence, what did you make of him?
I just told him to relax. He was just getting a bit strong with his bottom hand on his bat, and I just said, just go out there and relax and back yourself. And you know, today he's done just that, and he's played a beautiful innings. Lovely pull shot out to deep square there. You know, he's looked very assured at the crease today. He hasn't gone looking for too many shots. When the ball's been there, he's hit it, you know, to the boundary, and he's rotated the strike really well also. But yeah, it's just about keeping it simple. Batting's hard enough to, you know, when you're out in the middle and without these other things trying to creep into your mindset. But no, I thought he's looked really assured today, and he's just taken the bowling down in a really controlled manner.
It's always great when former players and current players have conversations about exchanging messages and what works for you really, and trying to understand. Obviously not trying to pick up on everything, you just try and fit it into what works for you and what doesn't, and try and learn from the best. So far it's going great for Saibzada Farhan. He's called for 2 and he said it should be very easy. Shan Masood courtesy stump mic. 139 for 2. Multan Sultans well in control. And at the helm of affairs, once again behind the wheel, Sajada Farhan steering them home. Another 50 to his name, 68 of 37. 5 big sixes in there as well. Amir Khan to bowl his third. Bowled him! Is there a time for commentators' curse? Well, this could be it. Full straight. And Farhan has to go.
Beautiful piece of bowling this. Amir Khan. There's always been a call for more Yorkers, and that is a fantastic Yorker there, right on off stump. Farhan just can't quite get the bat down fast enough. And his wonderful innings come to an end. He's played beautifully tonight. Multan now 139 for 3.
Captain takes strike, Ashton Turner. Good handyman to come in at number 5. Has really enjoyed his time out there as captain as well as in runs. And he's out there because Amir's got the better of Sajada Farhan.
Yeah, it just looked like there was a bit of tail on that ball. It was coming down very late. Farhan just couldn't quite get that bat down quick enough. But he played beautifully tonight. Got his side to nearly over the line. 68 runs. Striking over 180.
He's getting comfortable now. 43 of 39. Very comfortable there. Oh, look who's there. Zainab Abbas, don't you have work to do? Why, it's not over. A Tapal tea moment. Enjoying Pakistan's finest, Tapal Danedar. Lucky, very lucky. Under edge, could have gone straight back onto the stumps. Masood picks up 4.
Masood won't be thinking he was lucky there. He'll be taking the boundary. Trying to swing that away on the lead side from back of the length. No chance there for Rizwan. Wasn't far away from the bails that. Now races away.
It's a free hit for fans, courtesy Parkview. And the winner of match number 13, Wazir Israr Ali. Congratulations. That is a great sight. Thank you to all ground staff, curators, for putting this spectacle together. That's a lovely shot. Got Salman Nasir in there as well at the helm of affairs of the HPL PSL. Loads of encouragement. Usman Arshad, their head curator, in conversation. Very important to acknowledge and applaud the men who actually matter. Really good stuff. 145 for 3. Rishad to bowl his third. 145 for the Multan Sultans. 38 off 35. The leg spinner has been belted. Now it is the favourable matchup to the left-handed batter in Shan Masood. There is protection, 3 fielders on that leg side boundary. He decides to go through the offside. Billings gets a good hand on that. Really good clean-up job on the boundary. There's always time for friends, and hence why it is a Yari KFC Wali. With KFC, make moments memorable. Enjoy your Yari moments. As we are in the commentary box with all our friends around the world. Yeah, try to throw this outside the off stump. Keep it away from the hitting arc.
Yeah, Masood is really trying to go for that short leg side boundary there. Really good bowling from Rishad here, taking it away from him. And I really like what Masood did the previous ball, hit him over cover, didn't try and fight the angle.
Hit in the leg side is the bigger boundary today for Ashton Turner. There is protection. Tossed up, catches the call, fielder settles. Oh, just over Sam Billings. Not much he could do. It was always looking just over, and it was.
Just sounded like he got a pretty good piece of it, didn't it? It went high. Sam Billings, great effort on the boundary. Valiant. Just can't quite pull it back in. Thought he was in the game for a long time there, Billings.
KFC, they're doing their part right. You can keep scoring scholarships throughout. They come via every 6 hit in the game. 8 in the first innings, 9 so far, so that's 17. That might be 18 scholarships. That's another big 6. Left-hander with the leg spin. Shan Masood picks up his first boundary in terms of maximums. 161 for 3. Dealing in boundaries, and they've come in frequent fashion for the Multan Sultans. It's 22 of 30 now required. They took him down, the leg spinner. He was taken down by Shan Masood on the last delivery of the previous over, which was the second 6 of the over after Ashton. Look like they will have 4 wins under their belt out of 5.
Yeah, just a great balanced side, isn't it? They've got match winners everywhere. The bowling's doing really well, and the batting has just been superb. They've got up with the run rate whenever they've needed to, and they've stayed there. They have a little dip low to be able to have to pick up at the end, but they've just kept the momentum going through the whole innings in most of their matches.
brilliant. Late cut with the pace on. Turner picks up one more boundary.
Yeah, timing, placement, absolutely perfect on this occasion. Ashton Turner giving himself some room and just carving this away behind point. Off leg stump. And that raced away behind point. He had no chance. Third man had no chance. They are flying along. Require weight now. Under 4 and over.
It's falling apart. The wheels are falling apart. Another boundary follows. He's gone a touch too straight and has leaked a boundary on the leg side.
You see what he's trying to do. Ashton Turner giving himself room the ball before. Staying still this time, sparing it into leg stump and straight off the pad and racing away.
Not happy, might not carry. I just heard the grunt from Ashton Turner as well. He just smiles around with cricket on display. It is a Vigotel selfie moment. Airfix smiles out and click. Going into Karachi, great momentum to carry. Obviously, conditions will change. They'll have to have a look at what surfaces have been prepared. Multan Sultan's a good headspace to be. Not quite sure of the opposition. It's becoming a bit of a repeated question, but you look at it in terms of the players the Rawalpindis have, they just haven't put the performances together. They haven't done the right things for long periods of time.
Yeah, I think we've seen glimpses of it, haven't we? Just short periods here and there where they've been on top of the game and they've unfortunately not been able to carry it through. They keep losing wickets with the bat in clumps and just not being able to put partnerships together to take games away from other teams.
Yeah, just palmed it eventually. I'm sure the umpires will have a look. Kamran Ghulam on the boundary. A long way to go from where he was. I think that's all right. I think it's clear from when he's palmed it back in. They just might want to check it doesn't brush his left hand just there. I think he's good. An expensive over nonetheless. Saves 1 run. So 13 runs and Multan Sultan only require 9 now. Yeah, Rawalpindi is not a good headspace to be going into Karachi.
Now they want their fortunes to change pretty quickly. Halfway through the tournament, they'll want to get on winning ways. Nice little punch drive there to end the over. Overthrows. Daryl Mitchell throwing the stumps down. That's the end of the over. 176 for 3.
Don't worry. Dean Forrester then. Not a lot he can do. They need 7 from 24. Multan, they have played so well, so consistent. Doesn't matter what target has been set, apart from that shortened game against Lahore, where they struggled to chase quite a big total, Lisa. They've just looked a dominant side, easy for me to say.
They have dominated in all aspects. And they deserve that #1 position on the ladder. Man, they're doing this in a canter. I mean, still 23 deliveries left. And just one hit away.
Has he got enough of it? Has he got enough of it? You bet. Steady, steady. What a way to finish off. 186-3. Multan win again by 7 wickets. They've won all 4 20-over matches this season. The only one they lost was that 13-over match against Lahore. And they've chased every single target has been put on the board. A serious win again. They are a serious franchise. And they are going to take some beating in the HBL PSL Season 11.
Yeah, and really when you look at the Rawalpindi side, it used to be the old MULTAN SULTANS side. And they struggled last year, only having 1 victory, whereas the new MULTAN SULTANS, they're in the box seat. Ashton Turner, who was there last year, only played 3 games, has come in now, captain, playing an important role with the bat, sometimes with the ball, but more importantly, he's manoeuvring his players accordingly and getting the best out of them. You can see Mohammad Amir getting frustrated and annoyed. He's not used to this. He wants to win. These guys want to win, but things are not clicking for them at the moment. So they've got to dig a little bit deeper. Look within and see individually what can they do to contribute. The main thing is you want to still stay together as a group. You don't want to start pointing fingers around. Osman Khawaja, I wonder if we'll see him up in Karachi. Will he play a role with this side?
Yeah, they've got to do something and do it quickly, like you say. They've got to start to win. As for this other team, and that one match, which was a shortened game, they have looked a dominant force. Really good from start to finish. I think captain as well, Ashton Turner, has really led from the front as well. I think he's captained very well, marshalled his troops well. And look, it's easy when you're winning to have that team camaraderie, but they look like they're enjoying everybody's contributions. They seem to be behind every single player. They're invested in the game, all of them. Even the players that aren't in the team, they seem to be really pushing them on. Well, that is what you want as a side. And like I say, we move on to Karachi from here, different surface. We'll see if they can adapt to that.
And also, Martin Guptill made a good point. Islamabad United were very similar to them last year. Came out of the blocks quickly, then had a weak break, and then the wheels just fell off slightly. So whilst they'll have some breaks, there'll be an opportunity for them to relax, enjoy, but then they've got to switch on. The Aussie contingent catching up. No doubt talking about golf.
So 183 was set by the Rawalpindis. We didn't think it was going to be enough, and it wasn't. Once again, that man at the top with 68, Farhan, he just gets better and better. Josh Philippe with his second half century, 56 off 30 for Philippe, and Shah Masood and Ashton Turner with a partnership of 47, and they get there with in 16.3 overs, 110 between Philippe and Farhan, and 47 between Turner and Masood. A comfortable evening's outing for the Multan Sultans.
This isn't a pretty sign for the Rawalpindis. They have struggled from a bowling point of view. We've leaked a boundary every 4 deliveries. Probably the saving grace is that Mohammad Amir is starting to find his rhythm. Bowled well the previous game and now picked up 2 wickets for 32. Only other wicket taker was Amir Khan.
Match 14 done. And it was the MULTAN Sultans who won the toss. 182 for 8 is where the Rawalpindis got to. 56 from Billings. In reply wasn't enough. 186 for 3. They won in 16.2 overs. And they win by 7 wickets. Show you where that puts the MULTAN Sultans in the points table on top. Only that 1 loss for the Lahore Qalandars. And the Rawalpindis with 4 games they need to start winning, and winning quite soon. So we're done here in Lahore. We do move on to Karachi. We're going to take a quick break, and on the other side will be the post-match presentation. Welcome back. Conclusion of match 14 of the HBL Pakistan Super League Season 11. Rawalpindis, who were put into bat 108